Hey, what's up, you guys? I've got some The Evil Within 2 gameplay here for you. Bethesda sent me this to kind of look it over and show you guys what's going on. So we're going to just jump right into the weapon upgrade system here. We'll talk about the rest as it goes along. But so you got this crafting system, which you can, do weapon upgrades and things like that. You gather resources, as you're rummaging around or roaming around this kind of survival horror open world type game. So right now he's actually using a bench, but you can do a lot of this stuff at any time. But if you use a bench, it requires less materials. Now, I don't know if it's like in half or what, but it requires less materials if you use a workbench. But say you're in a fight and you need to craft up some bullets, you can stop and it'll show later on here in a fight how that works out. So now what he's doing, he's going into his abilities section. And
back again, detective.
Back again, detective. And what you have is 5 different trees. You got health, stealth, combat, recovery, and athleticism. And it can be upgraded using that green gel you see in the top right corner there. And I'll show you how to collect the green gel. Green gel was introduced in the first game, and it's what you use to, you could see that thing clamped onto his head. It's like injecting into his brain. This ain't no joke. So if you guys have like nightmares or you get upset with disturbing type creatures or jump scares, this might not be for you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this gameplay so you can see kind of how the game plays out. I've got some notes here I made from like the wiki and things like that we can talk about as we go along. But I include 2 boss fights, like mini boss fights in this video here. And so like the background of this, so the setting, all right, the setting of this, if you haven't played the first one, which I didn't actually, because sometimes survival horror games scare me. It was developed by Tango Gameworks, and Bethesda publishes this. I think it's ID Tech 5 engine, and you're playing obviously a survival horror game in third person. But you'll see, I'm going to show you gunplay and, like I said, 2 boss fights.
This must be City Hall.
So he's getting set up out here. He's kind of cruising around, wondering what this is. So this Mobius Corporation wanted to bring like peace and order to the world. That's how it always starts with these kind of people, right? So Mobius created the STEM device, and it connects human minds to alternate dimensions. And after the first game, you're playing here as Detective Sebastian. Just call him Sebastian. I think his last name is Castellanos. This is showing Chapter 5 lying in wait of the actual game itself. So you got, like, kicked off the police force, nobody believed your stories, all this stuff. And 3 years later, I guess this takes place 3 years after the first game, your old partner tells you that your daughter, Lily...
You wait, asshole.
Your daughter, Lily, who you thought has been dead for years, is still alive, right? She's still alive, but she got captured by Mobius and is the test subject for Union. And Union is this STEM world right here that we're looking at, created by Lily's brain, all right? It's like a reflection of Lily's mind, and it's like super unstable. So Sebastian's got to like try and rescue her, got to like figure out all these conspiracies that Mobius did before this world kind of collapses on itself. And he's also kind of got to go through and fight the... Look at this. It's assembling from all these body parts. This is what I'm talking about if you get disturbed. It's assembling something, a thing from body parts. Wait till you look at this. So he's got to confront all of his fears, his traumas, and obviously confront these bosses. Like, that's disgusting, man. Okay, so this is like a mini boss fight right here. What you'll see along this boss fight is you're gonna have, there's like tripwires, there's some fuel spilling on the ground over here. You'll be able to, there'll be some like, maybe some ammo pickups here and there. And also you can obviously stop and do some crafting, and it happens during this fight. You'll be able to see all that, so kind of give you some insight into what you can expect. But that thing's just gross. You can see how it's kind of got like psi abilities. You see that radius? That's like some kind of psi ability. It stuns your character, changes the coloration of the screen. Shotgun. Shotgun's the best. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Major damage. Again, thank you to Bethesda for sending me this gameplay so I can pass it on to you guys to show you. I wasn't able to make this event, but they got this over to me, so I appreciate that. Pretty awesome. Look at that. It's you have to really be into these kind of survival horror games, man, because they'll freak you out. If you're anything like me, I don't know, I get really focused on games, and so these games that have these disturbing things and these jump scares, they get me every time. They get me every time. This thing's disgusting. You see that big old saw on the arm? Oh, dude. He actually gets hit a couple times with that saw. You see what kind of damage it does. Yeah, major damage. So you're gonna see, you can obviously access your inventory here, apply a health kit, or, you know, inject yourself with something. Who knows what that is? Boost your health up. It doesn't matter, I guess, at this point. What you're witnessing is kind of wild. Now, using the pistol, using the shotgun, using the fire and the trap, it doesn't look like the boss is all that hard, all that difficult. Also, exploding barrels, but you have different difficulty levels, right? You have different difficulty levels in these kind of games, and you can play. I think there's casual, right? There's 3 different modes. There's casual, survival, and nightmare. So if you're an advanced player, you're used to this, you jump on that nightmare mode. You can see right there, crafting bullets, you know, while in the middle of the fight. So that's actually very helpful. If you run out, you know, it kind of pauses the environment. Some games do that. And then, look at that. Just all that's left is a little spine. That is so gross. Oh my goodness. Did you see all the feet? And it was assembled from all those bodies. It's not cool. It's not cool. Anyway, nightmare mode. Again, casual survival nightmare mode. So if you're into this, you definitely want to... Did I just miss... I was looking away. Did he just pick up the green... He just sucked up that green gel. So after he killed that boss, he sucked up the green gel with the syringe. And that's pretty gross, because that's what he's probably getting injected into his brain.
Who's there? It's okay. Harrison, right? I'm not one of them.
Who are you?
Don't worry. O'Neill sent me.
I thought I was the only one left.
I'm looking for the core. Where is she? Is she here?
Second floor, the stable field emitter.
Emitter? Forget about that. I'm here to find the core.
You must turn on the emitter. It will stabilize the environment. Without it, Union will completely collapse. Then the core won't matter. Turn it on. It will affect his power.
His power? You mean...
Take this. Use it to turn on the emitter.
Well, that guy's had it, I guess. All right, so the communicator, it talked about the communicator. It'll help you, it helps highlight objectives, resources, enemies, and stuff like that around the world. So once you get that, that's actually really helpful, because you can explore these, you know, explore kind of the map freely, do side missions, you know, get resources, which they're saying that the resources are really few and far between, really scarce. So, you know, you might want to not necessarily just push forward. You might want to look around for things. And this is the stuff right here that I say it's like kind of disturbing. If you watch like scary movies and stuff, and it gets you on the psychological end, really, more than anything. Oh. You know there's gonna be like tons of jump scares in these things. Oh, that right there would freak me out. I'd need like an auto shotty just to spray the room down. So I was saying, you know, you're playing as this Sebastian guy, and he's looking, once he found out that his daughter was still alive, now he's looking to find his daughter, but his daughter is being held by these, you know, these Mobius Corporation guys, because she obviously has some sort of powers that allowed her to create this alternate dimension, which they call the Union, this STEM world. So he's looking for his daughter, but he's trying to figure all this other stuff out. So obviously there's a lot that goes into the story, the backstory, the side stories, all that kind of stuff. Now he's going to find this. He's going to go try and turn on this emitter. He said that if you turn on that emitter, it's supposed to kind of stabilize the world. And I don't know if it actually... Oh, dude, that's always bad. When you find free ammo in piles like that, well, you know what's coming up. Nothing
this
good.
Has to be the emitter.
Nothing good is coming up. So there's one guy that he's after, right?
Please connect an authorized terminal.
He's toying with them all through this area.
Must mean this communicator.
And this guy who has like
Restart sequence initiated.
his daughter, you know, somewhere, who knows where. That's pretty cool looking. Uh-oh. So obviously this guy's camera can freeze time in this dimension.
You've been searching for me for so long, so I have come. But wait, it's not me you seek, is it? No, it's the girl. I should be offended. But how can I be? You're not the only person who wants her power. There is another, one far more deserving. One who can offer rewards you could never imagine. So sorry, but you've been outbid.
No! Jeez.
Fear radiates.
Oh! Dang, dude.
Beautiful, but not yet finished.
Crazy knife, though, right?
I am Stefano.
Stefano.
And now you are my art.
See, he's been following, like, art to get to this point, and it changes. So Stefano's the bad dude.
Son of a bitch!
Ho! Alright, this is another, like, little mini-type boss fight here. It's got a camera for a head.
Beautiful Obscura.
Restart sequence.
You gotta be kidding me.
Sequence will complete in
Okay, 90 seconds. Okay, so when it uses the camera,
The thing is stopping the emitter from activating.
freezes the emitter. You gotta go shoot that camera. Stay alive, obviously.
Alright, that got it going. I just have to hold it off until the emitter starts.
80 seconds.
Just when you see bosses like this and all these, you don't know what they are. Are they arms? Are they legs? Are they umbilical cords? Are they tree branches?
70 seconds.
Super, super gross. It's got a camera for a face and a head. Anyway, so I don't forget, you guys, this game is due to release on October 13th, I believe. I think it's October 13th, 2017. Made by Tango Gameworks, published by Bethesda. It's going to be on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. So if you are into survival horror games, you may want to check out The Evil Within 2. I love doing these kind of videos because it provides you some insight to look and see what real gameplay looks like. It's not a trailer, it's actual gameplay. And me talking over it, I'm just passing on a few facts that I've got information from Bethesda, from wikis and different stuff like that. Because I did not play the first game. These games freak me out, man. I don't know, the intensity really draws you in though. Like I've been playing a little bit with survival horror type games, and they've kind of drawn me in, but I still get freaked out about them. The noises, the sounds, It's the sounds. Like, you gotta wear like a good headset or have good speakers so you can hear those footsteps, you can hear the crying, the whining, the bleeding, the gunshots, all that stuff. It's so good. We're almost there. 10 seconds. Come on, baby. Okay, so emitter's kicking on. We'll see if that guy was lying to us, kicking on the emitter. Is it going to help kind of put some stability into this dimension? Okay, well, it did. It took away that thing. Whatever that... What is that? You know, what do you call something that has an old-fashioned camera for a head? Anyway, I hope I was able to pass on some information. More than anything, show you guys actual gameplay. Help you decide if this kind of game... If you know these kind of games are for you, then if you like survival horror games, you're going to want to check out The Evil Within 2.